Hey, it's Ray. Okay, so, of course, Facebook, Facebook, I uploaded a meme that said, fuck racism, have mixed babies. Now, I thought that was cute because I'm a mixed baby. Well, I'm a mixed lady, almost an old lady. And I just walked off and went about my business, my day, and I came back and several people, like 20 something people, that's several for me. I don't have a bunch of people, but had commented on it, and I was like, oh, yay. They must love mixed kids or want to talk about their mixed kids. No. Turns out, see, there are different degrees to pro-black. Just like atheism, you can be like agnostic, atheist, and like anti-theist. Those are like the three, main things. And it's the same thing with pro-black. You can be you can love your blackness. You can be pro-blackness and just deal with black people and not everybody else, or you can be pro-black and anti-white. And that I have different people that vary, all different types that vary on my page. So I try to let everybody get their opinions out without being like a total douchebag about it. I can't stand hate and disrespect and just rudeness. I think that's why I come on here and vent so much, because of that. But one guy was talking about white people. I don't know what it was. I don't remember what he calls them. But there's a few people on my page that stepped in talking about cave something. I don't know what they call white people nowadays. Y'all come up with such stuff. I can't even remember that crap. But they were talking about black women needing to be with black men, or it turned into this whole debate over a black woman who is in a relationship, a committed living relationship with a white man. And also there's a white woman on my page that has a biracial half black child. And he was going in on them about how pretty much stupid they are for making the decisions they make, and it's a slap in the face to black people. And just he started going in. And I understand we get all of us have our certain things that push our buttons whenever it comes to like racism, politics, religion, mixing races, homosexuality and equal rights, and yada yada yada. Basically, everybody wants to be able to be accepted and do what everybody else does, while telling other people that it's unacceptable what they do. And people, what are you gonna do? Unfortunately, unlike the rest of the other animals, we are privy to the fact that we're different, or our races. We know more than all the other species, so we hate more, we judge more, we ridicule more, and it kind of sucks. It's hard to see a black man who wants to praise or have other people praise the black skin that he loves, while watching him shame and call a gorgeous, natural, beautiful, chocolate black woman bitches, stupid, a slave, um, dating and fucking her master, and all these ugly things that I assume a lot of other people would like to say to her, but don't, because of whatever reason they have. And I think it's pretty safe to assume that whenever people do that and they put down interracial relationships or homosexual relationships or anything that they don't do or don't stand for, it's pretty obvious that they're taking whatever anger they have in their past, their history, their present, their everything that they've got to put it into that cause. And it's sad, but more so it's embarrassing whenever you're a black person and you actually love black women and you want black women to do better and you want black men to do better, and you sit here and you watch a black man shame and just treat a black woman worse than the white man you're calling out for doing so. It's like we claim that we love our skin and our hair and our features, and while changing it, while shaming other people that change it, while pretty much embarrassing ourselves in front of other people. And that's not to say that everything a black person does affects me, but in reality, everything that black people do as a whole or a majority affects me. It affects all of us. And we like to put each other down and talk about the ones that make us all look bad without realizing that we're part of that group too, and we're still kind of making ourselves look bad. We're accepting less of our own people than other people. Like, you'll have black people that can't stand white people, despise them, but they take all their anger and aggression out on the black people around them. And it's real easy to get caught up in the hoopla and get angry and go back and forth, but in reality, I'm sitting here watching back and forth with these people and thinking to myself, this is another case where white people, brown people, any other people can come look at how black men treat their women and why black men and women are turning their backs on each other and mixing races. Like I've said before, it all comes back to the ones claiming the problem is an issue. We don't like black unity. The way to fix that is not to belittle and segregate and separate ourselves from other black people who don't act the way we do or see things the way we do. Because in reality, all black people want what's best for black people as a whole. We're just too bent on trying to tell people what is right for black people as a whole instead of trying to work towards it together. The way we treat each other, the way we call each other the N-words, and our females bitches and hoes, and our names of endearment to each other are names that other people use to shame us. I myself, I joke a lot and I say I'm being a douche, I'm being this, I'm being that. I make a lot of jokes, but in reality, I don't answer to bitch, bad bitch. I don't answer to hoe, even if I have hoish behavior or bitch-like behavior. I do not answer to that because that is not all that I am or all that I will be. I don't see why people are okay with calling themselves that. And me personally, I feel more disrespected when somebody calls me a nigga than a nigger, because at least I know the place that it's coming from when it's being said the way it's always been said up until we decided to change the definition. I'm always going to speak on race issues because my whole life has always been an issue with my race is. I've always been an issue according to them because I'm not enough, or I'm too much of one. You know, I am who I am. None of us get to choose our characteristics. We only get to choose the way that we treat each other and the way that we handle the way other people treat us. We constantly pick on people based on their skin color, their tone, the genetics they have nothing to do with, their weight that they can't do anything about like that, their face. We had no control over these things. And depression, well, that leads to weight gain and loss, or just lack of knowledge as far as nutrition. But we pick on people based on the things that they can't change, without realizing the stuff about us that we can change, but we don't because everybody's doing it. And I see a couple of gorgeous women inside and out on my page that are nothing but positive all day, every day about black people. They don't go out there and say, hey, Ray, you made a post about maybe dating white men or dating this man or that man. You're not black enough to even want anyways, or we don't want you anyways, or none of this negative stuff. They have this happy aura, this sensual sister aura that just gives off like love. And a lot of us are missing out on that because we're too busy worried about black folks that don't fit our mold of the negative stereotype that we're trying so hard to break free of. You're not black, you don't listen to rap music. All black people don't listen to rap music. You're not black, look at your hair. All black people don't have the same texture hair. You're not black, your eyes. All black people don't have the same eyes. You're not black, what about the way you talk? You talk like a white girl. All black people don't speak with slang. All black people don't speak Ebonics. And it seems like black people want to put black people in the box that they're trying to break out because they can't. It's that old crab in a barrel. It works whenever you don't have anything either, because a lot of us around here, we don't have a pot to piss in. So instead of taking material objects, we take each other's pride away, we take each other's self-respect, we take each other's happy, because they're not what we think they should be. But if you take a look in the mirror, I don't know too many people who are where they think they should be either. It's just getting really old trying to give people the respect that they're not capable of giving you. The Trayvon Martin case. Like, we know systematic racism, we know, but that doesn't mean that we all have to be racist bigots to like everybody else, or like other people, or like the people we claim. When it comes to the Trayvon case, if you have a black person that doesn't agree that it was all about race and that Zimmerman was guilty and he was this and he was that, if you don't believe everything that they say that you're mistaken, you're confused, you're stupid, you're a sellout, you're brainwashed, we have more ugly and fucked off stuff to say about each other than anybody else. White people, they're the devil. White people are racist. Black people, you got Coon, Uncle Tom, Sambo, sellout, self-hater, not black enough, too black. It just goes on and on. It's kind of just, it's embarrassing because you see the politician talking about, you know how politics, they just take everything, they take a portion of what you say and then put it out there. That's why a lot of us call politicians stupid, this, that, and the other, they're racist, this. Depends. The media fits things and shapes it the way they want to. But dude was talking about black people being better off as slaves, but what he was saying was that black people were better off with their families and their family structure as slaves than, you know, government housing and subsidies, which is true. But black people, they went crazy ballistic because no one's allowed to talk about black people but us. But the problem's so bad and it's so deep and it's spreading so far that everybody's talking about it because it is affecting everybody. From us putting our men in jail or having kids with people out of wedlock that we don't know and fucking our kids up mentally with daddy issues and mom issues and the food stamps and the housing. Yes, everybody splits out. Yes, every race and nationality does this, but we tend to do things in bigger numbers when it comes to certain negative things. And when we do positive things, it's in smaller numbers because we're not doing things as group or as a whole anymore. And it's just tough to see. I just wanted to say that. It's really tough thinking that certain people are going to raise children that will grow up with my children or my children will meet as adults, and it's going to be exactly the same old song and dance because we're too busy shaming and breaking each other down for not being everything that we can't be ourselves. So, black people, we all know we got to do better. They all know we got to do better. Doesn't matter who says it. It matters who actually takes the time to stop and make an effort. People say, oh, every black person that stands up and does something gets assassinated. And we've all got to die. That is the only guarantee we have in life. Are you really going to use that as an excuse to not step up and try to do better by your people? I'd rather have a death that is honorable than live a life proving everything that we try so hard not to see or to deny. That is all.